What's up, fellow quacks? In today's video, I'm going to be decorating my newest phone case. It's a Decoden phone case. So let's just dive right in. Initially, I would say the hardest part of the entire process was the icing. But this time around, I really wanted to emphasize the icing and make it look like it was a cake or something. So I tried to sort of mimic the techniques I've seen on some Decoden phone cases. I was kind of just going for like a, I don't know, buttercream, super decorated cake sort of look. I realized this once I was decorating that I had a lot of charms to add, so that also kind of affected how I laid down the cream. But whatever, you know, I just kind of did whatever. I kind of went with the flow of it. I got all the decorations. I bought a lot of stuff. By the way, this is all from Otakon. Otakon had this booth in the dealer's hall that was the BB&B shop, which is where I got all my materials. I bought the phone case on Amazon. I bought that, and I didn't bother to paint the sides. I kind of just left it clear. I might paint them later in the future, but for now it's clear. Anyway, when I was placing all the charms onto the phone case, I realized that I had so many, so I just kind of crammed everything together and just hoped for the best. It's not as organized or as aesthetic as I'd like it to be. I mean, it is, but the Decoden phone cases I wanted to mimic had more of a cohesive theme. For mine, it was just a bunch of cute resin charms, because BB&B shop had a decent variety of stuff, but it was mostly it was kind of all pinkish, or there was some blues, and they only had 4 different colored creams, and I kind of was just I don't know which one to go with. So I went with yellow, because I feel like yellow kind of matches with the other colors, since the other resin charms were kind of a mix of either pink, blue, or they were a rainbow. So I kind of just went with sort of a rainbow theme. And then, as you'll see whenever it shows up, I just added a bunch of other things that weren't resin charms. I had these buttons. I don't know why I added buttons. It doesn't really match the theme, but I was like, hey, I got buttons. Let's add buttons. You know what? Let's go crazy. Add buttons. Let's add these little, I don't even know what they're called. So I just kind of put all of that on top of each other, and I was like, you know what? Let's just make this phone case a maximalist phone case, because I love maximalism. And as you'll see from my old other phone case, it's pretty maximalist looking too. I redid it several times, by the way. It does not look how it did a year ago. It looked completely different. The icing was white and there was more stuff on it, but it got covered. But yeah, I ended up painting over it because it kept getting kind of yucky looking, and yeah, so I ended up having to redo that. I hope that's not gonna happen with this phone case. I don't use it that often. It's kind of like my outdoor phone case, the phone case that I have when I'm going out in public, so that way if people see it, they're like, oh my gosh, your phone case is so cool, where'd you get it from? And then I can tell them about it. It's a nice conversation starter, you know what I mean? It's like wearing a certain outfit because you know people are going to compliment it. It's like that. That's basically why I have it. I've gotten compliments on my other phone case, and I'm sure I'm going to get compliments on this phone case. It is heavy, but it's not hard to use. I would say it's actually a lot easier to do things like take screenshots and whatnot. This other phone case, the old one, it's actually a little harder to press buttons and stuff, because the way the I put Mod Podge over it, so that way the paint wouldn't get all yucky, and I guess it kind of covered the buttons in a weird way, because now it's really hard to press down on them, which kind of sucks. So I have to put extra effort in. And because of that, if I take a screenshot sometimes, it'll do that thing where if you press the volume, it will show the volume bar at the same time as a screenshot, and it's really annoying, but whatever. It's my fault. I screwed up, but it's something I'm okay with living with. I've gotten used to it. I guess I don't know if you're gonna do something like this, don't make that mistake. That's why I avoided having the cream on the sides of the phone, because I don't want it to interact with the buttons. I did not want it to cover it. I wanted it to be just completely on top of it. I've seen some phone cases where it's around the rims of the phone, but I wanted to keep it just kind of on the top, so that way it's not gonna mess with anything. And yeah, so that's it for this video. It turned out really well, and I really love how it looks. It's so cute, and also it smells really nice too. I hope that the smell doesn't go away, but it probably will because I have to clean it, you know. If I'm taking this out in public, you know, putting on surfaces and whatnot, you do have to clean it. But these phone cases, by the way, they don't get that dirty. Like, I don't think I've ever seen too much, like, when I was saying like the paint gets yucky, I just mean like the paint was like the color was fading and whatnot. But yeah, like cleaning it isn't gonna be too much of a hassle. It's just, you know, it's simple alcohol wipe and it's done. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this interesting video, and I'll see you quacks later.